Yo, yo. How we doing? How we doing? Why does it say somebody in my thing has played something called Furry Feet? Huh? Huh? Wasn't me. That's interesting. That's interesting for sure. Let me get this all set up. Get this all set up. Hello, hello. Stream setting. Let me just... Why you... Whatever. Whatever, dude. I literally didn't ask. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, so you pinged everybody. Pinged everybody. What's up? What's up? As they would say. I should probably go to standings, right? That would be a smart streamer move. How are we doing? Been a weird week, I'm not gonna lie. I apologize for being a day and a day and an hour late. Like I said, weird week. I had a midterm that I just finished today. I had an assignment that I had to do today. New schedule I have to get used to. My roommate just moved out. Like, it's been a little hectic to say the... I don't know why I said it like that. A little hectic to say the least. Oh my god. Well, this is gonna be a great stream. So I apologize in advance if anything seems a little off or what have you. Or if this week has felt off or if draft has fell off, I apologize. I especially apologize for my match. It definitely was not my best match. But yeah, we have a very interesting week. I know from how I played my battle. And just the first matchup that we have, it's gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be pretty interesting. But I should probably increase this just a tad bit so that doesn't get cut off. But yeah, you can see the standings here. I'm kind of glad I'm not doing a power rankings this year. It's kind of freed me up a little bit, especially because I'm doing this. It kind of, you know, obviously replaces it, but like, this is so much nicer. This is just so much better than power rankings, in my opinion. Because power rankings are fun and all, but like, you can kind of get a sense from just watching battles, just like who is the best. And I think power rankings can be a little redundant in that because a lot of times I will have like for example, like Portland Palafins. For me, like they're 1 and 2, but if you've watched them, like they're a very unfortunate team in that their luck's kind of like and I would still rank them like a top 5, top 6 team because like I know they're one of those teams where if they get in, they're gonna make shit work. Like, so my philosophy is very different with power rankings, where like if you are the best team, if you like for example, I mean Cecil Saralege is a bad example, but like the Cubs, right? I do not like this team. I don't think it's the best constructed team, but they are 3-0. They're +7. So they should be high. For me, this team probably is like around, I mean, I hate to say the number, but like it's somewhere around 6 or 7. We are here. Somewhere around 6 or 7. And like that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just just one girl's opinion about about Pokemon. Like, um, but yeah, yeah. So, like I said, very interesting week. I don't know how everyone's battle went. I think the only battle I actually watched was mine. I think it was mine. Whoops. And I think it was the Cubs. I want to say that's it. I want to say those are the only two. And maybe Jellicents. I don't, like I said, it's been a long week. So yeah, I don't remember, but here are your standings heading into this week. Um, you know, I kind of already wrapped it up last time, I'm pretty sure, but like Soaring Chomps is definitely a team to monitor for, can they possibly get into the top 8? Really all 4 of these teams I think are like that, where it's like, okay, yes, one of these teams, I think three of these 4 teams are probably going to get in, and I think at the very least one of these 4 teams is going to make a push and finish in the top 12, but that's my opinion. And then I think I'm pretty certain that this top 4 is going to get in. Everyone who's 2-1, I'm kind of like on the fence about. Especially, we're heading into week 4, which is an even week. Those are usually the weeks where we kind of, week 3 is like the punch, and then week 4 is kind of the dust settling. That's kind of how I look at it, right? The odd weeks are the punches, and the even weeks are the dust settling. So we'll really see kind of, it's easy when you're 2-1. It's easy when you're 3-0 to kind of just be like, oh yeah, I kind of have this season in the bag. So that's usually where they get you. And yeah, I mean, 3 wins should be good enough to make playoffs in my opinion. I mean, it really shouldn't, but it's probably going to be enough to make playoffs. So, like, honestly, Ceaseless is probably locked. and probably Pachus are Pachus. Pachirisus are probably locked as well. Like, those 3-0 plus or 10 or more differential is pretty much a lock to get in. So we'll see. Obviously, I mean, it's a long season, but yeah, we are at 11. You can see all this, and let's get into it. So the first match we have, and it's all on screen, that's beautiful. We have the Coney Cats taking on the Looney Ludicolos. Yeah, Meow looks crazy. Meow looks crazy. It looks like Banded Life Orb just seems amazing as a breaker. You can bring Overquill if you're worried about T-Spikes, or Heavy Duty Boots Tusk, or I mean, you have you've Spin. You have so many tools. I'm kind of favoring Looney here. The real big, I mean, but you have Tusk, so it's like. But also, it's like, okay, you have Tusk, but Tusk looks pretty easily taken advantage of. God, there's so many things that beat Tusk. Oh my God. Yeah, no, this is tough. This is tough. Because you need something for Sneasler. I mean, maybe you bring. I mean, Covert's usually good on poison types. I learned my lesson, so I know that. So maybe Overcloak Mortal, or not Mortal, Cover Cloak could be good, and then I think Breaker. So really interesting matchup, I think, on both sides. I do favor Looney a little bit. I just think they have a lot more breakers that can kind of take advantage of things. Like, I know I didn't bring up Walking Wake, but like these two look very good into this team as just breakers. Like, they complement so well of just that flip turn U-turn. I think this team is going to struggle a little bit with it because Celesteela has to come this matchup. And while it is very good this matchup, I think it can be taken advantage of. Like, for example, Vikavolt can be doing things. Easy to set up rocks, easy to, paralyze, and I'm sure Rachi's probably going to be, probably has to be set up because, like, Like, genuinely, what is the Celesteela? Like, you have to bring Vikable and Rachi. Like, there's nothing for Celesteela, in my opinion. So, Celesteela is probably going to be a matchup nightmare. Cannot talk today. But yeah, let's just get into it. I don't want to stall. I just want to, I want to sleep, man. I've been up since 7:30. So, sleep sounds very nice right now. So, let's head into it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, this is all set up. So, very, very interesting. We obviously see Celesteela come. We see no Sun come, which is pretty obvious. We see both of these come. Literally everyone I highlighted came, which is pause, but very awesome because usually that doesn't really happen. I want website, so I'm gonna switch. Where's the fucking switch? I'm like, oh my god, viewpoint. No! Wait, who do you verse? Wait, who do you verse? Week 5. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, that's tough. I won't tell C. You have no, get out. Get out. But yeah, probably lead Meow. Lead Glim is fine. I think honestly lead Selly looks really good, or lead Earthworm if you want hazards up, but I think lead Selly should be the play. Boom is fine too. Okay, I literally don't get these right. Sub Rachi, I don't hate it. I don't like it doing something here. I think it should not have clicked a button, and I like this better. Get rid of Boots. Boots is fine. Webs could go up. Webs do go up. Probably just see a Volt come out. Yeah. Quill's fine. It kind of invites in Steela, so maybe predict that. Or Earthworm. So I would love go back to Rachi here. That's fine too. Yeah, Vigavolt comes out on rocks maybe. Sand Tomb is crazy. We get the Roost off on crit mattered. And then we bring him back Forge. That's actually very good for Vigavolt though, getting that Roost off. Now it's back in this game, and it poses a lot of matchup issues just because it forces Florges in constantly, which gets you Overquill. It doesn't get flip turn, but you can play around this. Go hard Rachi. Go. I'm pushing for hard Rachi. I think Rachi looks so good. But I don't like Barbaraging there. I think that's a very passive play, and I don't see what it really accomplishes. Mortal Spin's good there, obviously. That's actually really funny. That is such a funny interaction. Sub comes in finally, so we'll see if this is Calm Mind. No, so this is just attack. Oh, that's a brutal para. But this isn't going to go through. Yeah, so this thing, I would Calm Mind. Please be Calm Mind. Calm Mind Flash Cannon. Sign Noise is actually very nice. And it does block Wish. Sign Noise does block Wish. So if we can get that, that would be great. This is a really fun Rachi set, though. I really love this creativity with the Rachi. I assume it's... That's brutal. I mean, 40%, but, like, that's brutal. It's either 40 or 20. I don't remember which, but... Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And it doesn't even get leftovers or grassy terrain recovery. That's really unfortunate. Saying my bad with Rachi is really funny. Inherently not like a... I mean, it gets two-shotted here by Sign Noise, so... Yeah. So we just... T-Bolt's fine. T-Bolt comes in. Weakness policy? Automize, not weakness policy? That's interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, Selly looks really good. I don't like bringing it out, but also, like, what was your choice, right? So... Meteor Beam. Issue though is that like this doesn't kill. Yeah. Slight issue. I mean, you get chip on Rashi, but like, are you EP Glim? I don't think you are. And plus this dies. This might actually just be Jover. Oh yeah, CC. I forgot. I forgot this mod existed. What am I talking? What am I talking about? Yeah, no. Not 5 over. Not a 6-0, but it's probably be a 5-0 or a 4-0. I don't see how you can get back into this game with Sneasler. Yeah. Like this is Scarf Tusk. Or it's like Banded Tusk. Like this month just it's gonna kill everybody. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it was a very tough matchup just because again, sorry for Axe is really funny when you're playing with Rachi, but very tough matchup because they couldn't ever get Celesteela activated into the game. Yeah, and obviously Hacks was unfortunate, but I just don't think they ever really were able to like get any sort of momentum. Like I think these roost turns were pretty crazy because it allows just the volt switch. And then even this is fun. But like you gotta EP here. I don't understand not having EP, or at least not clicking it here. I don't understand that play. Or not like making a switch. But I also understand you can't go floor just yet. But like that's tough. That's tough. Like EP has to come out. Like congrats to EP, but like EP has to. Because like you need Rachi just looks crazy. Like but regardless, well played obviously for the winner. And Rachi huge MVP for the game. So moving on, we have the Portland Palafins taking on the sneaky Zoroarks. I think I've learned my lesson. I think the Portland Palafins are gonna win. I have what was I told about this match? What was I told about this match? What was I told? Skip my battle. I couldn't misplay more. So this is gonna be a fun one. Just based off of that. Yeah, Palafin just looks crazy though. You literally just have to get rid of Volcanion. I don't think Appleton comes. Even if it does, it's like you're literally fine. It's just how quickly can you chip things, right? And I think you can chip them pretty quickly. So I'm definitely on Team Palafin. Palafin's my favorite mon, but even if it wasn't, Palafin just looks crazy. Banded Jet Punch just nukes or sub bulk up like, oh great. I'm in for peak Pokemon. Okay. I think lead Gliscor looks good. I mean, obviously everyone leads Palafin, but don't let them know that like you can take advantage of that. Don't let anybody know that. But yeah, lead Gliscor looks pretty good, or like even lead Talonflame doesn't look too bad. You get a free U-turn on, but like whatever, or Iron Hands or something. Like this team is just so fun. So fun. So let's get right into this battle. Oh, I guess on the other side of things, Mamo, every team is Mamo weak, so I wouldn't even like threat. I wouldn't even care about it. But Mamo doesn't even look that great, to be honest. Like EQ, you just have to predict a lot, and like, do you want to do that? Maybe you don't. But I mean, I see the games played, so it probably will come. Megalop looks fine. I don't know. I better see Facade on this Pokemon. I love bringing Facade Lopunny. I bring that when I used Mega Lopunny, I brought Facade every single week instead of Return, I'm pretty sure, because I was like, I'm gonna get burned. I'm gonna get burned by something, and I need some kind of way of dealing with it. So I really hope Facade, but I'm really doubting it, to be honest. Electivire. Mamo did come. Shout out. Pally, obviously. Now we got alts, makes sense. I love Pally. Let's go Team Pally. So I'm in for Peak. I think obviously lead Pally's fine here. I think lead Hisuian Zoroark's honestly fine enough. You can get like a Specs Thunderbolt if you want. And that should be pretty free. I don't think it's Scarf Palafin. I really don't think it's Scarf Palafin. And you always have this in the back, so like I feel like this is a better... Bro, that's crazy. I feel like Volcanion... it should be Bandit Palafin, or Life Orb Palafin at the very least. I think you can... I think you can get away with bluffing Volcanion and just leading Hisuian Zoroark. Okay, that didn't happen. I already don't like this, but that's fine. Fire Punch comes out. I don't know why that was clicked. You had EQ? Why did you not? Why did you not click EQ? Why did you not click EQ? Why did you? Okay. Let me pause. We're on turn 2. Jet Punch obviously kills. You could probably go Volcanion there or make an argument for it. Hisuian Zoroark is in the game. In case that wasn't clear enough. I don't like U-turn there. I don't like that play at all. But EQ. I think the issue with how this team has been being played is it's very passive. Like you're kind of just assuming that whatever's in is gonna be the thing you're gonna be hitting. Whereas with this team forces your opponent to make a lot of plays. Scared of Gliscor or Talonflame to EQ with Electivire. I mean that's fair, but I don't know. I mean, even if Gliscor comes in, you always have Torn as an out. If Talonflame comes in, again, you have Torn as an out. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think this team is being played very passively when your team forces a lot of switches, and you should instead be playing actively and making reads, like, or at least making mid-ground plays. Like that's the huge thing, is just hit something hard, because like you lose a turn with this now, and it's like now they can Wisp there, but they could have U-turned, right? They could have, well, they're gonna U-turn now, but like they could get in Gliscor here. I don't know what, that's a crazy play, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, holy specs. Holy specs. Yeah, that's tough. I don't like staying in here. I don't like that, because yeah, you should have. I don't know who your out is. Probably for me it would be Sax, Hisuian Zoroark, but like you don't have. Yeah, that's like the slight issue, is that like you don't, unless you're AV Torn, but like clearly I don't think it is. But oh, hello Torn. Speak of the devil. Why don't you like this? You don't like hurricanes? Knock is fine. Again, a little. I understand the vision, but why would they switch? Knock, sure, fine. You could threaten triple Axle here. I would love fake outs. Why'd you not? Okay. Should have probably made it first, but probably just missed or did something. I'm fine with this just because. Oh wow, it's 4/4. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, you get in an active threat. That's why I don't mind it. Are you like specs or something? Ooh, doubling. I like staying in there. I like staying in. Getting chip. More chip. You specs? Oh, you scarf. Okay. Okay. U-turn. Turns a little passive. I understand it, but you have Volcanion? I don't like that. I understand why you go Volcanion, because you're like, oh, sack. Now Palafin just wins. I don't like that play. I don't like that play at all. Like, it already probably wins, but at least before it's like, okay, you can kind of, you know, do whatever you want and make plays and, you know, etc., etc. But yeah, now it's, yeah, Jet Punch 2 times. Yeah, I love Palafin, and this team is a little Palafin weak. But yeah, I just don't. I think really. Where is it? You know which turn. This turn. I think this whole exchange, really the first 10 turns to be fair, but like this was tough. Like, yes, you got the turn here, but like could have easily been a U-turn there, bringing Goldango, and sure, like this exchange would happen and whatnot, and it takes whatever, but like you're always gonna stay in, you're always gonna take 72, and that's really tough because now your team is Palafin weak. Like before, you were like, okay, Palafin's fine. I think it's just understanding Pokemon's tough because there's so many different, like it's chess, but like to me, it's harder than chess in that there's so many things you have to be thinking about, and then there's obviously luck on both sides, but you have to be thinking about how you win the game, you have to be thinking about how you lose the game. And as a beginner, you kind of get like, especially with singles, I should say, because doubles is a whole different thing, but like with singles especially, you have to know how, you especially have to know how to win a game, but you also need to know how to lose a game. And in this game, I think this is like the clearest example. Like if Volcanion goes down this early on, it's fine, right? And I understand like, oh yeah, you'll get chip, but you can get it back with leftovers. But the issue is that if you lose Volcanion, Torn's not bulky, this dies, this dies, this dies, because you have chip on Megalop. So your team at turn 10 is like, Palafin should just clean up from here, like get chip on Torn T and your team cleans up, and it's like it should not be that way this early. Also not chip on Megalop because that is Zoroark-Kasui. But like point in case, it's like your team is a little bit of chip away from Torn T and Megalop being swept by Palafin, and then obviously that's how the game goes. But like losing sacking Volcanion here was not the play. I think you just have to kind of stay in here, especially with like, yeah, I think you always stay in and you bleak win again. I think that's, I think at this point though you lose just because like Palafin always outspeeds. Obviously you don't know if it's banded, you just kind of assume it's banded or life orb or some kind of thing like that, but like you can't, you really can't do that. But yeah, tough, but I know Paycheck is an amazing player, so it was gonna be tough either way, but it kind of shot yourself in the foot. But again, I understand it, a little bit of beginner stuff and whatnot. So but yeah, so 0-4, Portland Palafins, I think I said that right. Moved to 2-2 +1, which is nice. I didn't mention this, but Looney, back in it. Coney Cats, first loss of the season. I forget what the differential was, and I deleted it a bit ago. So I think it was +5, right? So this is 3-1 +1, which is funny, and this is 2-2 -3. So still very much in it. It looks like this is going to be the week where teams get back into it, which is kind of what I was saying, that this week is kind of going to be the dust settling, and the good teams are going to kind of get their win, the bad teams are going to kind of get their loss, and we're going to go from there. So moving on, we have the New Jersey Jellicents taking on the Band Brigade, and at this point I think I'm kind of off on the Band Brigade. I definitely was kind of in the middle of this team. It's piloted by a very good coach, and it is a very good 6 Pokemon roster. The issue, it's a very good 6 Pokemon roster. There's no flexibility, and you're going up against a team with, you know, what is that, 9, 8, 9 good Pokemon, and it's like, what are you gonna do, right? And I think this matchup might be a little bit easier in just that it feels like Iron Valiant just kind of clicks a button and it will kill a lot of stuff, but I assume Lead Hammy, I literally assume it's just these 5, oh sorry, Terrapagos. I assume it's this 6 are gonna come this week. Maybe it's bring Pikachu every week. I think we'll see after this week, if Pikachu comes, it's bring Pikachu every week, and then we'll analyze from there. But I'm assuming Pikachu's not gonna come, and pause, and yeah. But I assume New Jersey's Jellicents are gonna take this. Yes, both of these, well, really just this team is suffering from bringing the same. I hate doing the meme, but 6-7 Mons. But in this case, like, these 6 or 7 Mons are really good. Like, the only other Mon I could think of bringing is Quillfish here, but 2 actually very not depth teams. So very interesting matchup. 2-0, or sorry, 2-1 +0, 1-2 -3. Band Brigade kind of need this win. I am still gonna side New Jersey Jellicents, but Band Brigade winning would not surprise me. I think Screens is something to think about, but I think on the other side of things, Hazards can... You know, I'm gonna go Band Brigade. I think their game plan is very simple, whereas the Jellicents plan is very difficult. And that, yes, it's like, okay, Lando's just gonna have a field day and click EP against a lot of shit, and then Bolt can clean up the rest, and, you know, you have Screens, or, you know, AV looks pretty good on the side. Like, I understand that, but I'm kind of leaning towards you get up rocks, you get things chipped, and then Iron Valiant wins the end game, or it cleans Amon, and you can kind of switch around. There's also nothing that really takes on Mega Venu, so yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards there, and we'll see. So let me get this game. If Pikachu's here, it's bring Pikachu. Okay, it's bring Pikachu every weekend. There's no Mega Venu. There's no Mega Venu. You cannot. Okay. Okay. I think even with the, it's more, no, I think I'm switching back, because I don't understand this. It has clear body. It's clear body. Okay. I'm on side Pikachu because Pikachu is the GOAT. Alright, let's go. Treads on Resolutes. Speed, so lead Treads. Yeah, you get Brox, Pump, Kills, fine. Fine. This probably reveals Secret Sword, right? Because it would have clicked Aura Sphere or whatever. QD. Oh no, wait, I think I did see this one. Whoops. Whoops. I forget what happens anyways, but like, you can't. Whatever. Whatever. Masquerade's gonna do a lot of chip. Skull burn. Nope. The answer was no. Pichu gets a kill. My goat. Volcanion comes in. Not Volcanion. Landorus picks up a kill. This is a very 20 turn game, I guess. Flip turn. I like flip turn there. Flip turn's a very good pick, because you bring in Valley. Does this shit just win? Okay, I'm remembering this game. Yes, it does just win from here. Holy shit, it does. That miss sucks, because then I get the Calm Mind. That miss is brutal. Yeah, because now it wins. Is this Roselli? Oh yeah, it was Roselli. So yeah, maybe that matters. I would lean towards no, but I wouldn't be surprised if that mattered. But yeah, Val not fraud. Finally, Val has a game, man. Deserved Valiant having a game for once, but that's a very, very tough miss on a 95 accurate move. Very, very tough miss. Um, yeah, I still don't like the 6 brought. Like, I understand it, but like, uh, um, yeah, probably one, yeah, yeah, probably one thing away. Especially because it's plus speed too. Alright. Sorry, not a lot of analysis there. Just unlucky miss. I think maybe you could have. I think not bringing Grimmsnarl is a little dumb. I don't know why Ogerpon was brought to this game in particular, but I think it should have been Pult, Keldeo. Lando's fine. Rotom Heat's fine as a pivot. Honestly, honestly, Mr. Rhyme doesn't look bad, and then, Grim. Or, you know, Grim and Mega Aggron, whatever, or you drop this and you get my idea, right? Like, I don't think you ever bring Corner to this matchup because it just doesn't look good. I don't know what the idea was with it, but it just doesn't look good. Because you have things that can just beat it. Animal Crossing. Alright, so let's move on. Let's move on to okay, I did see this one. Hero Hunters versus College Ave Cubs. Bundle looks crazy as a breaker. I don't really it's a fine cleaner, but like you really need to bring this one in, get it clicking a button, and like you can have it clean up, or not clean up, but like, get things whittled down, bring in this. I actually do like Hero Hunters here because it's just, the game plan is extremely, where's the Mad Cargo answer? Where's, not this, I'm in a league with fucking, with that I'm out of now, but where it was just Terra Camerupt propaganda every single week, and it did nothing. And every single time it would come as a Terra Captain, it would just die, and we would be like, oh, yep, that's the Camerupt. The Camerupt special, I think is what we called it. And it was just like, dude, Mad Cargo definitely has two answers I can easily name. But yeah, I do like Hero Hunters here. Because I think it's just bundle breaks everything down. You can bring hazards. You can bring. I hate Mega Maw. Honestly, I think it's Golem, Heatran, and then these 4. I think that's what should be brought, to be honest. I think the Maw just looks really bad. I mean, maybe you bring it like defensively, something to check spec. Yeah, you need something. So maybe you bring that Spadef, or you bring something like this. That's tough, though. That's tough. The Spectre answer doesn't exist, though. No, Camerupt's the GOAT. I don't want to hear nothing bad about Camerupt. Mad Cargo stinks. Mad Cargo is bad, in my opinion. Yeah, I kinda like the Hero Hunters just a little bit better, in that bundle just looks crazy as a breaker. Like Life Orb bundle, the idea of Life Orb bundle just looks crazy. However, I could also see this going so wrong because there's no Spectre. There's literally no Spectre switching. There's no resist for Shadow Ball. There's no resist, there's no immunity. Like, Shadow Ball just, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna go College Ave Cubs, but I definitely think Hero Hunters can, like, I'm not even gonna address that because Kartana exists, and Kartana's my GOAT, so, oh yeah, I forgot. That one's probably last. Alright. Alright. No Golem. We see Mawile here. I was gonna say, It does not die to Earth. Stop it. Stop it, Mark. It does not die to Earth power. I don't... It does not. It does not. Bundle looks great. Who did I say? Sock? Yeah, Sock should have came and Golem. And instead we see Mega Mall. Yeah, no, Spectre just looks so good. Even seeing this, like, Spectre just looks so good. You get okay. Fine. You got Moltres. Moltres offensively looks pretty good into this team. Scorching Sands, did you do it? Oh no, you shouldn't do it. U-turn's fine there. I think U-turn's a very good play because you can get in something. Yeah, dude, maybe College Ave Cubs is good. Maybe College Ave Cubs is a good team. I know Mark's not gonna like that, but their team is so fun because it's literally just get in the funny mon, have it do stuff, and then you go into either physically bulky Moltres or specially bulky Blissey, and then you just do fun stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh yeah, there's a game. Sorry. Yeah, this is gonna do shit. I assume that T-Wave or this comes out. Did you Rock Slide? Sword Stance is fine, but is it because you're not gonna kill Flame Body and this could Willow or just kill with Flamethrower? So Bundle comes in, but by now it's far too little too late. Flip Turn's actually a very decent play, but like Flip Turn into who? Into who? I think Blissey just wins, right? Okay, yeah, we'll just get into Funny Mon. Let's just... Why are you knock? Why are you knock off Spectre? Not Glare. Not Glare, because... Why would we do that? Okay. Yeah, Blissey just 1v1s. You actually have to be a little bit nervous, I think, of allowing Bundle. Because if Bundle gets... Yeah, this game actually isn't over because Bundle... If it gets enough chip onto Blissey, but like just the way it's being played. You get a kill here. Never mind. Iron Blunder. And yeah, Iron Blunder. But also this is gonna start taking chip. You finally land one. It does 25. Yeah, no, it's over. It's over. It's over. We're relying on our water stab for both our water types to be Hydro Pump, and I'm just clocking that now. That is crazy. I think we need I think we need to change this team. What are they going for? We need to change this team. We cannot have offensive blunder and Rotom Wash reliant on a Hydro Pump. Both of them Hydro Pump as water stab. Not liquidation, not surf. Yeah, like I honestly think like this is not even that bad of a matchup. I just don't think it was played particularly well. Like Blunder had to break and it came out like and clicked an attacking move besides Flip Turn and it took here. I'm pretty sure this is I know it clicked Ice Beam once. My bad. It clicked Ice Beam once. It clicked Ice Beam here. Turn 17 when 4 Pokemon are dead is when you decide to click a special move. And it's like, it's a little too late. So I think this team needs to change a little bit. I think you need to focus on your strengths. You know, whoever you decide that is, if it's building around Mega Mawile, or building around Superior, or Gouging Fire, you have the offensive weapons. But, like, your team is kind of like a mismangled... Is that the right word? Like a hodgepodge of like offensive threats that can do something, but you don't have any support. Like you're relying on Rotom Wash to get them into the game, and that's just not gonna work. And you don't like no rocks, no spikes, no support, and it's just like at some point, you know, it's just not gonna win, and it hasn't won. They are 0-4 minus 16, and College Ave Cubs move to 4-0. I think they're the first 4-0 team. Yeah, first 4-0 team. So let's move on to the next one. Seattle Starmie is looking to bounce back. Hatsune Miku, this is again a Caleb Bull. I don't know if I clocked that the last time. I'm pretty sure this is the second Caleball. Oh my god. Seattle Stormy's hanging on Hatsune Miku fan club. Slight thing that I know of before we're going into this is that there was some kind of controversy. This is gonna sound bad from my perspective because I said it. I was just going off of word of mouth on this. I didn't see the game. I'd stop it, Marcus. Stop. Um, but there was controversy in that Amon that isn't on the scene was brought. I literally just updated this. And I think this is supposed to be, this is where Swampert is, and then Passimian, this is Mega Absol. So those two got traded. And I forget, I don't know how the game went, but we'll see. I know what the outcome is. But I guess just looking at this, what would I kind of expect? Rudl looks crazy. Rudl looks crazy. I know there's a... it beats both of its stabs. Yeah, I know. But Knock seems crazy into this team. It just spams Knock into U-turn, and it just gets everybody into this game. You can bring in Hydreigon, have it be Scarf, or bring in... Probably, honestly, I mean, you're either Scarf Hydreigon, or you're, like, Scarf Speed Control Galvantula, and then you can start picking things off, and it's so that could be something. However, me saying all of that, this Galarian guy looks pretty good. I mean, like, obviously, you know, maybe you're bulky Ceruledge, but like, or I guess with Mega Sableye actually neutralizes it just a teeny tiny bit, so maybe you're actually fine. I don't remember if it gets teleport though, and if it did, that would be great. That would be actually very good, but I don't know. So I kind of lean towards this direction, just because you can get up hazards, you can get up spikes, you can kind of, you know, Scarf Moth or Scarf, or SD on you, and you could just kind of click buttons, right? Like, low kicks is kind of the only thing, but you have, you know, quad resist on Bug, which is really half resist, right? So I kind of lead Seattle Stormies here. In this match, but Hatsune Miku's, I think it's a close one, and I think it should go down to the wire, and I think very quickly we shall see what actually happened, right? Yeah, so Swampert's not on this team, so that's a slight issue. Swampert's not on this team. Very dark, but yeah, that's no Swampert. But yeah, I guess we'll watch this match, but Noah took the win for this match. Either way, I think it's a 3-0 win. And I'm definitely on Team Enforce because you can't, like, I'm cool with letting some things slide, like whether that's trades, right, or like I don't say something about it and then something happens and then I'll be like, yes, I'll let you do this, but in the future this is how it goes. This is one of those cases where you can't really do that because yes, this is a friends thing or a school thing or a whatever thing. I understand that, but at the same time, you know, are we gonna say that about like for example, like we have the the Scarlet Invitational thing? Are we just gonna say, oh, that's a school thing, you know, you didn't bring the right one, or I don't know. I'm just saying rules are rules and they need to be enforced, and this is you can't really replay this one. So if you broke a clause, you broke a rule, you follow the punishment. And like clearly it was a mistake and it wasn't intended, but at the same time, like just because you don't intend to do something doesn't mean that something doesn't have consequences, right? Actions have consequences. So I don't know. Long story short, yeah, Noah took the win on this. Oh my god, dude, look, it's so fun. Such a funny goofy mon. Why did you not Brave Bird? I don't like that play. Oh my god, Sableye actually is gonna get a kill. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. But yeah, this, like I said, this match doesn't really matter. We're just watching it just for funsies, I guess. That is really cool. I really like that play. And get the willow off. That is really, really cool. Really nice play. Like, everything I've seen from Curb this season has been amazing. Like, I'm very impressed with just how they've been using their dark, their cool guys. Like, very impressive tech, very impressive plays. I'm very, very happy with what I've seen. So, yeah, I feel like they're gonna just win this because I don't see what their Mega Sableye. Yeah, they don't have a Mega Sableye answer. That's their Mega Sableye answer, is that they don't have one because they bring in this. Yeah, that's just jeez. Wow. I know it kind of skipped in the end, but like, and obviously, like I said, no one gets the 3-0 win on it, but like, that is very impressive. Like, 5-0 demolition, like, just looked great while doing it. Like, I'm very impressed with the win. I think this is a very impressive win. Like I said, obviously it doesn't count, but like, just showed out, showed up, showed out, and yeah, very, very impressive, very impressive. So, unfortunately, Seattle Stormies, or I guess Hatsune Miku Fan Club, moves to 2 and 2 plus 1. Seattle Stormies moves to 3 and 1 plus 6. Again, a little unfortunate just because Hatsune Miku just looks so good. But rules are rules, and like I said, we have to enforce them. So, tough break, but we hope for the best. Moving on, we have the Tapus up against the Slashers. The Tapus look really good. Genuinely, Tapu Koko looks crazy this matchup. Like, it just looks like it clicks Dazzle. It looks like it clicks T-Bolt, U-Turn. Like, Tapu Koko looks insane. Because if this mon ever comes in, you U-Turn and you bring in Gambito. You bring in, you know, Rotom Mo. Actually, this mon looks crazy into this other team, but like, don't let anybody know that. But like, you also have Raichu. I can see like AV coming on at least one of these Pokemon. Honestly, Golduck might have to come because I don't see what switches into this mon. On the other side of things, Lando's obviously really good. It just clicks EQ into everything. Or it U-turns, or it's Power or Fly, which is not bad. What's the Lucha? Oh no, you have the Lucha answer. Yeah, honestly, it's tough. This is a very interesting matchup just because both these teams 0-3 with bad differentials. So these matches are usually very fun because we see some really funny plays, but you can also see really cool, interesting ideas. So I think I'm gonna give it to the Tapus. I think they're a little bit stronger in that. Like, I think Golduck is actually very good this matchup. I think it checks a lot of things on the counter, but also it's really your only switch into Dragalge. But this is a really interesting matchup. I think we see Golduck. I think we see these three. Surge Surfer's not bad in the back, and then Mega Medicham doesn't look bad either. Frostlass doesn't look bad either, so I could see something like this, or maybe something like this, right? But I think Golduck kind of has to go in this match. On the other side of things, I think we see Lando, I think we see Mega Glade, I think we see Aegislash, I think we see Dragalge, I think we see Zarina, and I think we see this. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning Staten Island Slashers. I think they actually counter a lot of important threats. But I think Coco still looks really, really good this match. But yeah, we'll obviously have to see how this one goes. And I accidentally went all the way up. And this match was actually played yesterday. So, cool. Cool. We do see... This is pretty much what I said. This I'm kind of nervous about with just so many fighting types, but we do see Gren. We don't see Man, we don't see Golduck and we don't even see Dragalge. So now I'm very much on this side. Because we don't see Dragalge, we don't see Granbull. That's tough. That's tough. I like the funny, goofy guys. Ah, my hands. We'll stay on Mr. Hand's side. All right. So we see Rough Rough. Rough Rough is really funny. Into Blueberry Milk, Thick Fat, I assume. Taunt's fine, probably on rocks. Yeah. So you go hard Aegislash. I don't like it. Hard Aegislash. Oh, not Shadow Ball. Okay, that's great into. I don't know what. What is that? I'm gonna try and refrain, but seeing Taunt come out on Stealth Rocks and then you go Aegislash and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna automize this turn, is really funny to me. But yeah, you get the Frostless down to Sash, Curse Body. Curse Body usually always attacks there. I see Destiny Bond come out. Yeah. You can knock here for free now. Unless it obviously freezes. What are we doing? Oh my lord. Lord. Oh man. That's tough. What? What? Oh my goodness. And then we lose Mega Glade. Why did Frostless take 3 Pokemon? 3! Oh my god. Miltank comes out and it's dead. And it's dead. And it's dead. What did I just watch? Oh, this is Ace. Oh, oh. Yeah, little couple misplays there. Like losing Lando for no reason. And then losing 3 Pokemon for no reason. And then... Wow. Yeah, I am so sorry, Ace. This is not a good look. This is not a good look. That is not a good look. Alright. Alright. That was a game. And I think this is... Oh, we have 2 more. I think we have 2 more. Yeah, we have 2 more. So we have this game. And then we're just... Yeah. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Wow. Alright. We have the Soaring Chomps up against the Ceaseless Cerulege. This is actually a very interesting matchup. I know I say about everything, but we're gonna see these 3 come. We know their sets. We know what the sets are gonna be. Nothing to worry about there. On the other side of things, what do we possibly see? Electrode probably has to come. Probably offensive Electrode is actually pretty good here. I think we have to see Scarf Roaring Moon or some kind of thing like that, or you know, SD, or not SD, but Dragon Dance, Banded, some kind of breaking Roaring Moon set that can really do some damage. I think Scarf Lele is pretty good. Oops, I think Scarf Lele is pretty good. I think Gligar looks Viridian Slip, I guess. I don't know. It looks fine against the the Raging Bolt, but besides that, it's kind of mess. So I'd probably rather Nidoking. Yeah. Point being, I'm saying all this and that, you probably are gonna need some kind of rocks or some kind of hazard support. So I think one of these 2 has to come and just provide that. You know. They don't really have physical offensive threat besides Mega Swampert. So Aloe looks really good here as just flip turn menace. And I think with that in mind, I think maybe you go Rion as your last or Hitmontop, right? It really depends on what you need and what you think you need. But yeah, I'm just gonna get right into this battle because like I don't have to say anything on the Soaring Chomp side. Like, genuinely, I don't have to say anything because I know the 6 are coming. I just know it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But genuinely, I think the same 6 are going to come. I'd be genuinely surprised. Yeah, no. Same 6. This is pretty much what I said. Just, yeah, this is like genuinely exactly what I said. What the fuck? Am I stream sniping? Yeah, Electrode, Roaring Moon. I said Lele should come. I said Aloe should come, Reun, and then one of those grounds. Wow, like wow. Usually I get that wrong. Okay, I'm happy about that. So usually we're seeing Torn lead or Pelipper lead. I think you always Electrode because it just looks genuinely really good this matchup. You always want to bring in the mons that are really good. Especially in a matchup like this where you kind of just need the momentum. Are you Grass Knot Electrode? If you are Grass Knot Electrode, click it because Mega Swamp immunity. Like Raging Bolt should always come in, but I guarantee Mega Swamp is going to come in on a grass move. I think you always grass move here. If you have a grass move, click it. You are screens. That kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. Power Up Punch, fine. Light screen, yep. That's fair. Power Up Crit is so brutal. Explosion, 26. I don't like the Electrode in the way it's being played, but is this unaware? What is their magic card? Trick Room! Doesn't kill. Doesn't kill, but you have screens in place. I think Nidoking actually looks insane. Sludge Wave. Ice Beam's fine too. Are you T-Bolt? You're actually slower. But yeah, you are T-Bolt, so you get rid of that. Ludicolo comes in for reasons which we don't know. Torn comes in, takes the chip. Aloe comes in. On Bleakwind, which you tank, you can flip now. This actually should kill, right? You bring in Lele, which does a gajillion %. Electro Shot should never kill. Wow. Yeah, interesting plays. That we're letting Scarf Lele just do whatever it wants. Mega Swamp comes in, you bring in Aloe because literally it cannot. You cannot beat Aloe. You flip turn here. Yep. Bring in whoever you want. Can't fake out. Now you can fake out. Oh wow, they didn't click fake out. I'm surprised. You live. Freeze? No freeze. Knock. And that is going to clean things up. Are you Protect? By chance? That'd be funny. But yeah, you do outspeed. Raging Bolt comes in. Roost would be really funny just to like flex a little bit. Yeah, EQ. You don't. Thunder is so wild. Thunder is so wild. But yeah, about as well as you would think that would go. Yeah, I think some interesting ideas. But yeah, when you know the 6 that are gonna come, it's like, yeah, it's pretty simple. Even if you have a bad matchup, if you know the 6 that are gonna come, you can kind of make something work or have a fighting chance. So yeah, literally not much to say. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm disappointing a little bit, but yeah, you just brought the best, and you won. So 3-0, plus 17, 1-2, -5, -5. We have the last game, and that's going to be the Cincinnati Willows taking on the Pachirisu players. Your Cincinnati Willows, I should say. Initial thoughts is that Torn looks crazy. Initial thoughts on the other side is that Torn looks crazy. So, ooh, boy, we got a match. Vino could be fine as just like kind of a spit-off tank. How I envisioned this matchup going went very differently from how it actually went, spoiler alert, but my plan was just kind of lead Torn and just figure things out from there. Have Chiyu in the back, which can clean up. Defensive / bulky Comfy can sweep. So for me, it was just kind of load the sweepers and then just try and figure something out. I think I had Korv as just kind of like a mon that can do things. And I think I had Cyclozar. I think I had Rocky Helmet Cyclozar. I forgot that. I forgot that during the match, but I think I brought these 4 plus Rune and Corv. On the other side of things, yeah, Scolipede does look pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie. If Corv comes, obviously I think it shuts it down a little bit, or if even Rune comes, I think it shuts it down a little bit. Ogerpon looks a little scary with Sun, I'm not gonna lie, so I can envision that coming. Like I said, I think Thundurus is really good. I don't think Pachu's that good. I don't think Mence is fine. Mence is fine. Mence is good. Mence is good. Let me chill with that. Also no Sun for me because Ogerpon can take advantage of it. And I don't want that mon. I don't want that mon doing anything that it shouldn't be doing. So maybe Sun was better, but I genuinely did not have anything for Ogerpon. It was just kind of like, I'm gonna bring berries. Oh yeah, that's what I was. I was the berry master this game. I just had a ton of berries on my team, and it didn't really work out. Annihilate doesn't even look that good. Excadrill doesn't look that good. Tyranitar doesn't look that good. Yeah. Really just Scolipede and Thundy look the worst. Everything else feels manageable, but you would not know that. You would not know that if you you would not know that if you saw the game that took place. So you can see Scolipede, you can see Roaring Moon or Salamence. No Ogerpon, no Smeargle. Those were the two mons I was most expecting besides Thundurus, of course, but yeah. So my plan was always just leave Thundurus, go from there. Drill's fine. I'm really mad about how this went, just because of how it was played, but I should have subbed again, but that's besides the point. I get a bulk up here. I think I just went for move, right? I just went for brick break. Probably could have gotten another bulk up, right? I could have bulked up. Or no, I couldn't have. But yeah, I go in comfy. Drayden Kiss gets the kill, and you know, we're chilling. Tyranitar comes in. I forget how calcs work, and I'm like, wow, it actually doesn't do. Yeah, I just don't like T-Tar. I don't think T-Tar is that great this matchup. And I just don't think I played it too well. Because Potty Breath does a crap ton. Here, what I should have done is I either should have stayed in or I should have went. I probably should have stayed in. I either stay in or I sack Cyclozar. Those are my two options, or I go hard comfy, right? So I guess I have three options. I should never go Corv. I should never go Corv here and let them knock off and kill me. Absolutely, just Corv gone. Scolipede now wins the game. Annihilate now wins the game. Salamence now wins the game. I should have. Even this is a misplay because now, I mean, it was already over, but like now it's over. Scolipede comes in. We don't need to do that. But yeah, not a great game played. Not a great game played on my part. I'm not very happy with how I played or how I became the Berry Master. But yeah, I was Rocky Helmet Cyclozar. I forget. I think I was sub bulk up brick break acro on this Thundurus, and I was Colbur on Rune for the T-Tar matchup. I was Acro on Core for the Ogerpon matchup. I was Babiri on Comfy for endgame possibilities, and then I was Scarfchio. And yeah, so, and on the other side of things, man, I mean, when you're given 3 Pokemon, it's a little hard to lose after that. So, especially when you have a Scolipede that just clicks a button and wins the game, right? Like, the only way, probably should have went Chi-Yu there. Honestly, I probably should have went Chi-Yu and get a Dark Pulse on something, or, but, that being said, like, still a little unexcusable. There's no Protect on this, but like, a little fishy, yeah. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up things for this. Let me just see if draft doc, if the stats are updated, because that would be really nice, very convenient, and they are. So let's put these bad boys in. Oh, okay. Well, it's almost updated. It's nearly updated. But yeah, let me put this all in. Whoa, I'm still there. What? Crazy. So nearly updated. The only thing that's not in is the Tapus, which honestly, not the end of the world because that is the you know, I hate to say it, but that is the worst team. So um or those are the worst teams. So yeah, not the end of the world. So is that updated? Okay, it's updating currently. And it's updated. Okay. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Hold on. What went wrong? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Why did that happen? Oh, it did. New Jersey Dolphins. Hello. Week 3, week 4, nothing in week 5s. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why that happened. Why did Soaring Chomps? I am so sorry. I don't know what that was or why that happened the way it did. 1 and 3. Oh no. It was just being no, wait, I'm I'm looking at two things that are not correct, but it's about correct. It's about correct. Okay, I think it was just glitching a little bit, but these are your standings, and it is very top heavy. It is very top heavy. As you can see, the top 3 teams are all undefeated and 13 and more differential, which is absolutely insane because if we look on the other side of things, the bottom 4 teams are the same exact way, where you are, I mean, obviously, I forget who actually, or the Staten Island Slashers, right? They lost, so they are -4 or -5 added on, so -12 and below for these teams. And the rest is just a dogfight. Just a dogfight, because I think the Soaring Chomps are what the worst team out of these, because again, you gotta add the +5 or +4 to this. And then the best team here is +6. So just an absolute bloodbath from 4 to 13 is going to be crazy. I don't think a single team 4 through 8 is safe. We now have 2 and 2 teams that are on the outside looking in. So it should be a very fun season, very fun way to cap things off. For the MVP leaders, we have Mega T-Tar at 45, followed by Sneasler, which didn't really do much, followed by Reuniclus, which again didn't really do much. Cart, my boy, make it top 4. That's what I like to see. My boy Palafin also making top, I guess 5. Valley finally got something in, so it rose a ton. Lando, Great Tusk, Chi-Yu fell because it didn't really do anything. I think it got its first death, so it lost a point there. Iron Moth, same. It technically didn't do anything, but that's honestly for the better. Raging Bull didn't do anything. Low Kicks got a kill. This month is just adding up, like it's just getting more and more kills, and it's gonna get, I think it's gonna get higher. Mega Mowile, Cardio, Mamoswine, Greninja, Cardio. And I guess Mega Metachamp. Really the bottom 4, not even above 15. It's pretty crazy. Because even when you're looking at these, you're like, wow, like look at the difference. And then when you look at this, it's like, yes, there's a gap between these 3 teams, right? There's a clear gap with these 3 teams. But then 4 through 12 is extremely close. Whereas with this, it's not really that close. Again, maybe that's because Mega Metacham and whatnot stats are not in, and Tapu Koko might rise. Fucking Frostlass might rise. But yeah. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry I didn't have the live stream up. Biggest threat is how I prepped was Vina could sweep me, and Sun first impression was a good revenge killer. Yeah, I think I did just misprep a little bit. And I think kind of my philosophy was a little bit off at that match. I think Sun should have probably came in that match. And I was just kind of like, Ogrepawn's gonna kill me. You know, bad, bad, bad. And I should have really been thinking about, you know, the more positives of that. I didn't think Sam was too threatening, even with Sun. So I was like, eh. So yeah, probably should have brought Sun. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great one. I hope you enjoyed. I will make sure to fix all the bugs and whatnot. And yeah, have a great one. Peace. Thanks for